Well, hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the cabin on what appears to be kind of a rainy, wet, windy day, although it was supposed to be nice out today. There you go. So anyway, today what I think I want to do is try to bubble up some lumber. If you guys remember, a few videos back, I cut down some big pine trees along the road. They were a bit of a safety issue. So I saved those logs and hoping to make use out of them somehow. And if you remember, I think probably the last video, I started work on my woodshed. Well, I'm going to need some boards to board that in. So I am going to try to make some bubble lumber today. So what that means, I'm just going to use a chainsaw and I'm going to use some other just dimensional lumber as a guide and a square, and I'm going to see how I do. I think it'll be okay. One thing about it, it won't be perfect, but it's not meant to be. All I need are boards to board in a woodshed. So if they're not perfect, that's okay with me. This is really just for fun. I'm going to try to do this, see how those boards turn out. This pine log, I have the bark removed. So now I'm just going to kind of cut the ends off, and I'm going to try to square it and put some guides on it and see what happens. Well, the first cut is a little rougher than I would have liked to have seen, but yeah, I'm okay with it. I'll try another cut and see what happens. All you can do is try. Okay, cut number 2. And I think I did a better job on the second cut. I mean, it's see some thunder happening. Yeah, so cut number 2, I think I did better on the second cut. I mean, it's a little rough, but you know what? It is. That doesn't really matter too much. The biggest thing that what I'm finding right now is this is really eating a lot of fuel. So so far I've used half a tank of fuel to make 2 cuts. It does take a lot of fuel. I mean, the saw's got to run hard, and yeah, it's really not what a chainsaw is meant for. So, I mean, I know you know a lot of people use those Alaskan sawmills, and you know, they're pretty cool. I'd like to have one. I think you need a lot bigger saw. I mean, that's a 359 Pro saw, but it's big enough for anything I need around here. But I think if you're going to mill, you know, lumber on a chainsaw mill, what I'm seeing here is that you need something bigger than what I have, bigger than a 359. I would say, you know, like a 72 would be a nice sized saw for doing this, and using the Alaskan sawmill. So this was really just a test run. I just wanted to see, you know, how this was going to work. Yeah, I think that's a wrap on that. I think what I'll do is I'm not going to bother with the rest of this. It's just too much, and yeah, it's hard on the saw too. So I mean, I don't want to burn my saw up over a couple of boards. So I think I'll just saw this up in the firewood, call it a day, fire up the grill. Oh, I got some great pork tenderloin, maybe a nice cold one later. I mean, it was a good idea, and you don't know until you try something whether it's going to work or not. The first thing you have to do is you have to try, and I wanted to try it just for fun. I mean, as you can see, it's you know, it's coming, but I mean, you know, just to completely square that by taking another 2 cuts off of it, that would be a grand total of an entire tank of fuel. So I just don't see it as worth it. Oh well, you know what? I'm not out anything for trying, except half a tank of fuel, and that don't mean nothing. That's fine. It's worth it to try it. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. It's PBR time. You know, even though that didn't really work out the way I had wanted it to with the chainsaw and milling up that lumber, that's okay. It's good to try things. You know what they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, but it was a good experience, a good lesson. You know, I almost bought one of those Alaskan chainsaw mills. I don't know what, I can't remember what. I think it was $150 or $200 or something. I can't remember. Whatever it was. Anyway, I was going to buy one, but now I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I tried it that way first. Because what I learned from that is I just don't have enough saw for that type of work. Now that saw, like I said, it's a 359 Pro saw, but yeah, I think I need more. And it's got a 20-inch bar on it. And that log was, I think, just about at the max of what that bar could handle. So yeah, and I could tell it was really hard on the, you know, on the chainsaw, just based on how much fuel it consumed. But anyways, hey, you know what? If anybody watching this has one of those Alaskan sawmills, because I really don't have much experience with those, Drop me some comments below. Tell me what you're running for a chainsaw and a bar, and what your experience is with them. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, I think based on what I did today, I think where one of those would really shine with the chainsaw, the Alaskan chainsaw mill. I think where one of those would really shine is if you wanted to, mill up some big lumber like 8x8s or 10x10s or something like that. As a matter of fact, I watched a guy on YouTube, I think a few days ago, and that's exactly what he did. He used it to build to mill the big 8x8s or whatever beams that he put under his cabin, and it seemed to work really well for him. So. But as far as cutting boards, like I don't think that's the answer. Way too much fuel and time consuming for that type of work, for what you would get out of it. Like I'm talking about, like 1-inch boards or even 2x maybe. I don't know. I guess it would depend on your saw, but definitely if you were making beams, like I said, beams, I think it would be well worth it. Tonight on the grill, I got a nice, beautiful pork tenderloin. And of course, I had to add my Cabela's Kansas City rub. This is good stuff. Love that on pork. Let's get this bad boy on the grill. And the other thing I wanted to say while I'm waiting for the tenderloin to cook, I wanted to thank all my long-time viewers and subscribers. Some of you guys have been with me since day one, and I know you have because I see your comments every video, and you've been here all along. And I want to thank you for sticking with me and hanging out. And also, I wanted to give a shout out to all my new subscribers because I picked up a whole bunch lately. So welcome to the cabin. I appreciate you coming by. And another thing that I wanted to say, from time to time, I give shout outs to other channels, which I don't mind doing because I think there's plenty of YouTube to go around. So if I'm watching a channel that I'm interested in, I'll give them a shout out, especially the smaller channels, because I know what it's like to try to get traction on YouTube. It's not easy. So I'm happy to do it, and I think it works out. For example, a few videos ago, I gave a shout out to Cold Beer Ranch because I enjoy watching his videos, and I sent some subscribers his way, and he's down in East Texas and he's building a little 12x12 cabin, and it's pretty cool videos that he has. And then he actually returned the favor and he gave me a shout out, and I got a bunch of subscribers from him. So, I think that's fantastic, and that's what it's all about. I like that. I like helping each other out. I think that's great. So here's to all my subscribers and viewers, old and new. Here's to Cold Beer Ranch. Here's to the great state of Texas too. Thanks a lot, man. I do appreciate your shout out back at me. Welcome aboard, guys. Oh yeah. Okay, I think this is ready. Looks good to me. That is wicked good. Those are good too. Went to a local farm, got some homemade Lady Ashburn pickles, one of my favorites. And my little girl's with me, and she got some homemade whoopie pies. That's her favorite. Delicious. All right, guys, going to end the video here. Going to enjoy my pork tenderloin and my PBR. I want to thank you guys for watching. Smash the old thumbs up if you don't mind. I appreciate the support. Subscribe if you're new. Bell icon if you want to be notified of new videos. You guys take care, stay safe, and we will see you soon back here at the cabin.